Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is still Monday, August 30th, 2021, and I really can't believe yet again I have to do this, but I do. New record highs today were set for the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. The market's unstoppable. It's unstoppable despite the fact that not only did we get more absolutely abysmal economic news, which we will talk about, but a former Fed president shockingly came out here sounding almost exactly like me, talking about distortions in this market being caused by the Federal Reserve, which could possibly set us up for another financial crisis. Imagine my absolute shock. You can't possibly imagine. Anyway, we're gonna get to those little tidbits in just a moment here. So look, I'm almost getting sick, seriously, of sitting here and telling you pretty much every day, new record high, new record high, new record high. It's unstoppable. It's unbelievable, really. It's not normal. Understand, really, people, that the action in the stock market that you've been seeing now for years, okay, this is not normal. We don't get pullbacks, and if we do get a slight sell-off, well, what happens? It gets bought right back up. Corrections? What can someone here remind me again? Because I don't know. We don't get them anymore. What's a correction? Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen anymore. It's bizarre. It actually is bizarre. All right, what else is going on? Gold and silver, slight losses today. Cryptocurrencies turned around and finished about flat after being under some pressure here. Crude oil, of course, getting bid higher, back above $69 a barrel, going higher. I think we all know that crude oil is the fuel for the market, for the military industrial complex, and everything associated with it. You all know that. It's insane. It's a crime in progress. The propping. Actually, it's worse than that. They will keep doing anything that they can to keep crude propped up. Refinery fires, bombings, drone strikes, deliberately creating unrest in the Middle East. I told all of you several weeks ago I had a very bad feeling about something. Well, look what has unfolded since that time here. And a lot of you had the same feeling as me, and we were correct. These incidents, what's going on over there right now, this is all set up. It was all set up well in advance, months and months and months ago, many months ago. And then obviously, they're executing it. Interesting choice of words, wouldn't you say? Anyway, 10-year yield. People, remember when we had that spike above 1.37 and I told you I expected it to come down? Well, we're at 1.27 right now. It's too easy. It's too easy to figure out this market and everything that's connected to it. That's why you and me were so far ahead of the curve. We are so far ahead of the curve. Speaking of that, my lion's out here. I did send out a newsletter today. Please join my free newsletter. There's a link in the description of this video. You get all kinds of neat stuff. It's 100% free, all free. Today, I sent out a new stock pick, how to play it, some suggestions here. And all this is also available on my website, traderschoice.net, link in the description of this video below. People, I got your back. I got you covered from every angle I can think about. Believe me, if I could come up with another way to make sure you have the proper perspective on not just the market, not just on cryptocurrencies, gold, the 10-year yield, crude oil, not just all that, but everything else associated with everything that's going on in this crazy upside down world right now. Face diapers that there's no proof that they have saved a single life. You got big pharma here reaping windfall profits out of this whole scam that has been set up here. They shut down the global economy. You all know that, only to wipe out a particular class of people. to merge corporate entities with a new government agenda, henceforth the New World Order here. No free thought, no free action, no free movement. The creators of our country, the men that built this country, could you only imagine if they were to witness what is going on right now? It's unbelievable. We were supposed to get away from tyranny and despotism, but it's here right now. It's in our face, and you have no choice. You will comply. It's this most sickest thing on the face of the earth. So let's move forward here. So let's talk about this. So like I said earlier, we got another record high for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. It's insane. Are we going to get more record highs tomorrow? Probably. As long as the bad economic news keeps on coming, people, the market will go higher. As long as the 10-year yield stays in a range, the market is going higher. You know that. These are the keys. These are the keys. I'm handing you the keys. You understand? It's better than the keys to a brand new Ferrari. That's the truth. Although I wouldn't mind getting a brand new Ferrari. Let us talk about the economic news today that helped push the stock market higher. So we found out that pending home sales are cratering. Economists, the rocket scientists that they poll, they expected a gain here with regard to pending home sales of 0.4%. It fell 1.8%, and this was completely unexpected. They didn't see it coming. But you see, you did. You knew it ahead of time, because we are in free fall. We are in an economic meltdown. Worse than that, like I always tell you, what's happening right now? What do I tell you every day? Our economy is contracting at an astonishing pace. Our debt to GDP ratio is parabolic. And it's only going to get worse, but you're not allowed to know that. Everything is great, fantastic, rah, rah, rah. Just turn on Fox Business, Bloomberg, and CNBC. They're going to tell you that. Oh, they must be right. Can't make this crap up. Now, how about this one here? This is very interesting to me, really, seriously. Once in a while, you get a guy like this who puts out a little truth. Don't know why, but it does happen from time to time. So, former Fed President Jeffrey Lacker honestly blew my mind today. He's talking about distortions. I always use that word. Hey, Jeffrey, you watching my blog? Anyway, across the spectrum of asset classes, bubbles, all being created by the Federal Reserve's easy monetary policy, raising red flags all over the place, saying that we are, looks like an imminent, I can't even get these words out, major event could happen because of these distortions that exist. And I think he's 100% right, I have to tell you. He also was concerned about surging inflation. Yeah, I think we're all concerned about that. Well, not really all of us. Fed chairperson, Yellowstain Jay Powell himself. It's worse than Yellowstain. He is some kind of decrepit thing. Hideous, vomitous thing that is unfortunately using up resources on this planet Earth, along with the rest of the crew of the current Federal Reserve, and they're fulfilling their end game. People, look, this guy here, for example, former Fed President Jeffrey Lacker, raising red flags here, saying, another financial crisis is largely due to the current Fed easy money policy. That's what he said. This is a quote. He's raising a red flag. We all know that. Our economy is in free fall. The only thing that's not adding up here is the stock market that's going record high on the back of, more bad economic news. If this were a real market, the market would take a hit. But when you have a central bank essentially literally buying it all with no intention to stop whatsoever, come more inflation or not, and they can't stop it, it doesn't matter. You understand that this is all a game to move wealth from one group of people right up to the 1% and 2%ers. That's all this is. And it's about control, henceforth, face diapers that have not saved a single life. not one, but you will wear them because you must be forced to wear some kind of a compliance mark. Whether you're wearing the mark on your face or you're taking it into your body without even really knowing how this thing even works. It's unbelievable. This vaccine is unlike anything that we've ever seen before. Do your own research. It works in a completely different way. And it's kind of interesting in my view. And they want that in your body so badly. Doesn't matter if you show up. This is what's happening, in case you don't know. People are being forced to take this vaccine, okay. Even if they show proof to their employer that they're immune, in other words, they've had it, they've caught it, whatever variant, and they have a blood assay right in front of them that says, I am immune. The employers don't care. They want it in your body. Whatever's in that thing, they want it inside you. Very interesting. Wouldn't you say so? Anyway, not if you look around and understand what's really going on here. Then you are crystal clear as to, why this is all happening with regard to the economy, the markets, crude oil, wars, distortions, warnings from former Fed presidents. We all know this, but we know where to look. With regard to this warning here from Fed President Lacker, former Fed President Lacker here, we know what we're looking at here. You and I are going to focus on that 10-year yield. We're going to focus on the dollar, focus on crude oil and the Fed's balance sheet. We got it covered. Okay, we don't need anyone to tell us what we should be doing. Okay, right now, we're buying all the freaking dips. You know that. And it's not going to stop until these dynamics I just told you change. And they're not going to for the foreseeable future. So people, like I always tell you, I got your back, okay? And I know you have mine as well. And I really do appreciate all of you. So please, if you think anything in this video has been worthwhile, I really would appreciate that thumbs up. And even more so, share it. Get this out there on every single social network you can dream about and think about. We are a team, and we're working on this together, all of us, all right? This is not just my thing. It's our thing. See you in the morning.